Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. Live from San Antonio, Mike Taylor.
Oh, yeah, here we go again. It's another episode. It's cold, and I'm in a hockey sweater because it's cold to commemorate the cold season, so it's hockey time. How are we doing, Puma? How's the Stars doing?
9-5-2.
Okay,
Had
respectable.
a rough overtime loss in Tampa Bay last night.
God damn.
Goddamn lightning.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get them. We'll get them next time.
Was that 30 seconds?
No.
Oh, well.
Middle of the pack? In
Oh,
the
they're still
West?
strong.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they'll
right.
be fine.
Okay, good. Look at that.
Okay. It's officially a Dallas Stars YouTube show now, apparently.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, we're twinsies. How you boys doing? It is Taylor. It is Puma. It's DJLG, and it is Mike Taylor Live, presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. They got 9 of them sumbitches spread out all over the greater San Antonio area. Show them what you're drinking, Puma. We got a little ranch water tonight. Little ranch water.
I actually went full-on margarita tonight.
Well.
I know. LG had some mix, and I thought I could use a little sugar.
You got tequila in there?
From Texas Cheer Liquor.
Okay. A little Carbach action. Houston Astros World Championship. Justin Verlander just got named the Cy Young of the American League tonight. So tip your can to those world champion Houston Astros. LG's rolling with some Houston-based Carbach Love Street. So shout out to those, right, Puma, shout out to those big Astros. World champs.
Shout out to the World Series
How about those champions? How about that? You know who used to work for them? The Ryan boys who were in the news. But anyway, so we get all of our booze at Texas Cheer Liquor, whether you need beer cans, whether you want to make margaritas, or you just want to drink whiskey, or you need to smoke a cigar because he's got humidors too. They got 9 locations. It is Mr. Singh and those boys at family-owned and operated Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of Mike Taylor Live. All right. Why are the Ryans in the news, you ask me? Well, it's finally official. Thought we'd start off tonight by talking about the biggest news in town as we record this show. But it's evergreen because this will be a topic that I can't wait to get into. Never before have I been more interested in the San Antonio missions because of what went down today. It's official as of this taping of this show. The missions, who have been owned by the Elmore family, since the mid-'80s, I want to say, they sold. It is official. This thing's been in the works for a long time, and the report is that it's a $28 million transfer, and there's a lot of people involved, major names, major movers and shakers. Did you even see this, LG, today? LG gets in the cave here in his house. This is pretty kick-ass. So, and this is a place near and dear to me, these people, these missions, because Wolf Stadium is the birthplace of the term Thunderdome as far as it relates to our show. And the people that watch us and the people that listen to me, people that use our products, all of our partners. Thunderdome is what we call ourselves, and it was the old Wolf Stadium. It's probably not very long for this world after today's news. It may still stay there, but it damn sure won't be having missions games. It'll have like tractor pulls and high school games or whatever. But the missions have sold to a whole bunch of cool people with a lot of money, and $28 million was what the reported sale was. So help me out. I'm gonna try to get this off the top of my head. I won't remember everybody. So there's 2 organizations that have gotten together, congealed together, and bought the missions. An organization called, and you'll love this dad joke, Designated Bidders.
It's a good bit.
You get it? Although now they're designated buyers. Designated Bidders has partnered up with Ryan Sanders Baseball, and they have collectively, as a giant group of people, bought the missions. Now, there's a lot of folks involved with Designated Bidders, which is run by partners Graham Weston who co-founded Rackspace, and his partners, Randy, I think his name is Randy Allen, and they got a guy who's on the board of the Spurs. He's a Spurs shareholder, and Mr. Bob Cohen, who for a long time was a major head honcho at Clear Channel before it was known as iHeart. Mr. Cohen is also one of the investors in this company called Designated Bidders. Graham Weston no longer works for Rackspace, and so what he does now is he puts up beautiful buildings all over San Antonio. All this revitalization that's gone on downtown, Graham's probably been responsible for at least 50% of it.
At least.
Whether it's the real cool condos for residences, whether it's the kick-ass parks that he's built, badass office buildings, and not to mention the Frost Tower, which gleams now amidst all those old-school buildings we have. That beautiful blue Frost Tower, Graham Weston built that. And so his partnership group, they're buying the Missions, and, of course, they do real estate. And so what does that mean? That means they want to build a new damn baseball stadium downtown San Antonio. So in the future, come hell or high water, we're going to have a downtown ballpark for the Missions, and it's going to be badass.
You know, also something that I hadn't thought about earlier when we were talking about this on the radio show, but the Cortez family that also is a part of the new ownership group.
Meet Tierra.
Meet Tierra.
Yeah, the people that run Meet Tierra, Lawrence, they're part of the new owners.
Well, and where's the location that's been rumored the most for a potential downtown location spot? That market side of downtown, just north of Meet Tierra. Like it
could be over there.
That tells me there's
over by the Vistana, that big ass apartment complex.
There's probably some kind of significant tie-in or some kind of significant thought process or plan, vision that was laid out to get them to join the investor group as well. Or they just, no matter what part of downtown it's in, they know they'll still get, auxiliary funnel traffic for people coming to the games, because for years, my family, Meet Tierra was like, that was of course,
That's
vacation
the heaven
spot.
Of Mexican
Exactly.
For out-of-towners.
Exactly. And I mean, when you get minor league baseball teams with the banquet rooms they have, it makes more sense, because at first when I read that they were involved, I was just like, huh. I mean, sure. I mean, they've got the money, they've got the interest. They love the city, they want to be involved. But the more I've thought about it, it would just make perfect sense for that new ballpark stadium to be right there on their side of downtown. That would further benefit them in the long run.
Well, we've got some buddies, too, that are getting ready to do they've done some investing over on that inner west side that I won't mention. But, boy, that'd be awesome for them.
Boy, would it ever.
Good Lord, if the stadium was over there. Wherever it's going to be kick-ass. It's going to be downtown. And we're getting ahead of ourselves because we're probably some years away from that. But not too much long, because those guys, Graham Weston is not going to sit around and wait 10 years to get that stadium built. That being said, also part of his group, Manu Ginobili, of all people.
Argentina jersey behind me here.
Manu is now part owner of the San Antonio Missions. I don't know if it's 1%, 6%, 0.2%. I have no idea, but how smart of them to get Manu to put his name on the thing that gives it sex appeal when they go and say, hey, let's get this stadium built downtown, taxpayers, right? Also, David Robinson is in this same group with Designated Bidders. David is part owner of the Missions. So that whole group there, with other movers and shakers, Henry Cisneros is part of the new ownership group. Miss Andrade, the former Texas Secretary of State, is part of this new group. They partnered up geniusly. So you got a bunch of smart people, bunch of rich people, bunch of people that know this city, bunch of locals, but no baseball people. We need baseball people to jump in here on this ownership group and help us run the Missions too. So who'd they go get? The gold standard group in this state when it comes to minor league baseball. Ryan Sanders Baseball is the absolute gold standard when it comes to running minor league baseball in this state. Missions fans for years have been like, why the fuck can't we get a better affiliation than the damn Padres? Because Ryan Sanders Baseball was busy getting in bed with the Rangers and the Astros because they were sexy, knew what the hell they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Sanders Baseball is owned and operated by the Ryans, Nolan and his son Reed. who is the CEO of the company, Reed is, and one of Nolan's longtime other buddies, a guy called Don Sanders, who actually almost bought the Astros before Jim Crane did, back when Reed was the president of marketing and business for the Astros. So they got into the minor league business, these Ryan Sanders people. They're the ones that built Del Diamond up in Round Rock. They built Whataburger Park in Corpus Christi for the Hooks, which everybody says is just gorgeous. I've never even been to a game. I got to get to a game in Corpus. Any of you boys been to that game? Been to a game in Corpus? I'm sure you'll say it's great. So they're going to run the baseball part. Graham Weston and his group, they're going to run the development part and the refurbishing of Wolf Stadium / let's get a stadium built downtown. Well, Manu just gets to show up and probably throw the first pitch out once or twice a season and just benefit off his investment. I'm sure that's what Manu's probably never even held a damn baseball bat. But it's Manu, so it's badass. So I'm stoked, man, and I don't want to get into a big political discussion. Hell or high water, this stadium's getting built, whether it's by everybody that lives in the area or they do it themselves or it's a little bit of both. That we're going to have a downtown ballpark, and it's not a giant stadium, so it's not going to cost $1 billion to the taxpayer. It's going to be a double-A ballpark that seats probably 7,000. That's it.
Yeah,
That's doable.
What did we look up? The Whataburger Park capacity is right there at like 7,500, I think it was.
And they're double-A.
And that's double-A. So, I mean, I do wonder, how big they are going to go. If they're looking at, a downtown stadium, just how much the infrastructure will provide for the other aspects of, having a downtown stadium. Like, are we going to also build, additional parking garages in whatever location that's located, or the stadium is.
They've got a plan, I assure you.
Oh, I know. No, for sure. But I think there are a lot of people with valid concerns about, building the downtown stadium, but it doesn't make any sense to do it anywhere else. I mean, in my eyes.
So as we tape this show, they're going to have a press conference to make this official mañana. I told Puma earlier, ask Graham tomorrow, assuming Graham's going to be part of the press conference. Ask him. They may not be even ready to acknowledge they want to build the downtown stadium just yet. They may not even address it. He may just decide to keep it about the refurbishment of Wolf. Let's just get through the sale and talk about how happy we are to be the owners. We'll talk about that later. But I think it's obligated that he needs to be asked about it because, come on, we all know what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the timeline, you're still looking at playing home games at Wolf for at least, I would say, 3 more seasons.
Yeah.
2 would be lightning speed just to get all of the city red tape signed off and agreed on, and
maybe a vote,
and that would that alone is
a referendum.
Not going to come up for another year
at
least. So I mean, I think you're looking at. I mean, it's exciting, but we're getting way far ahead as far as talk of a downtown stadium. But I don't think there's any reason to believe that's not going to happen one way or another. Like you said, it's just a matter of when and who pays for it.
Right. All right. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Can't wait for a Thunderdome night at the new stadium.
The Arlington Stadium, Michael makes a good point. That was a minor league stadium that they converted when the Rangers moved to Texas, right?
Turnpike Stadium is what it was called to begin with.
Yeah, Turnpike, and then Turnpike, then Arlington Stadium, then the Temple.
I want to say that
it was right.
Maybe double-A.
Yeah, because it went back all the way to the like World War II era. Like there were
the Cats didn't play there.
No, it wasn't the Cats, but it was the. Oh my God, it was. I know. I can't remember off.
You tell me.
Well, I remember. I've heard the stories of different DFW folk talking about going to minor league games at Turnpike before before it was Ranger Stadium. Specifically, I remember Reiner always talking about growing up right in the shadow of it and going to the games there. So I would just assume that had to have been minor league or independent ball that got promoted, because I do think there is as much of a long shot as it may sound or actually tangibly be, I mean, MLB has talked about expansion over the last few years or relocation. I mean, you've got Obviously, baseball doesn't like the Rays being in Tampa. I mean, they've flirted with trying to spend half a season in Montreal. You've heard, the rumors of Nashville attempting to try to throw their name in the hat for some kind of relocation, mainly attached to the Oakland A's moving. So I do think there is some potential for
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I know,
here.
but
Let's just get the damn thing sold.
This is what's exciting. I mean, these are the exciting things about it because, at the end of the day, you're talking about building a ballpark for a AA baseball team. But if you're already going to secure all of that real estate, you're going to secure all of the investment required to build it.
Yeah,
I could see if they were going to present it to the city for a vote, tying in the fact that, hey, look, this is what we want to build now, but we also want enough funding to be able to support building a stadium that will be capable of having future expansion if the need arises,
right.
AKA if we attract the San Antonio Marlins instead of the Missions or something.
Oh, my God, that'd be so fucking cool.
God, wouldn't it be awesome?
In the meantime, I may go buy me a Padres jersey because I'm so excited about this sale.
I have to get a Clevenger jersey
I might
now.
just go. You just need to.
I mean, I
walk
already
around with that. They're gonna think you're.
They
in
really will
town.
think I'm yeah.
What a douche wearing his own uniform.
God, what a typical pro baseball
Wants
player.
to tell
Look
people,
at that
look at me.
douche.
I pitch in the big leagues.
Yeah, I'm a Padre. I'm just here checking out the new Missions facilities.
I mean, I'm ready to make the Padres the official National League team of the show. I don't know why. You got a problem with that?
I've long been a fan of the Friars. I mean, I was rooting for the Padres all postseason.
Yeah.
And that front office is full of ex-Rangers. So that's a good reason to root for them as well.
So anyhow, we're going to make the Dodgers the official National League team of the show. No, we'll
Fuck
make
the Dodgers.
Fuck the Dodgers. You're right. All right.
Although that
Fuck
was
it.
another former
All right.
Missions affiliate was the Dodgers.
I'm announcing it now. I hereby declare the San Diego Padres are the official National League team of Thunderdome. Unless in the future we switch unless we switch affiliations in the future. But as for now, we're all Padres fans. So go Padres. Astros Padres World Series next year would be perfect. All right, what else?
Who's the off the top of your head? I'm blanking. Who's the AA is Corpus for Houston? Who's the AAA affiliate for Houston?
For the Astros?
Yeah.
Round Rock.
No, Round Rock is
Yeah.
No.
Is it Rangers?
Yeah, Round Rock's Rangers.
Oh, they're
now.
Rangers.
And Frisco is AA.
So what's Corpus?
AA
For Houston.
For Houston.
So who's the Astros AAA team?
That's what
Kissimmee?
I'm
Oak City.
I'm absolutely blanking.
I am too. Oklahoma City's my pick. The
89ers.
89ers.
Keep on. Let
You
me
sure
do
it's
some
not
research.
Round Rock?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out because I think I'm getting them confused because they've switched around so much.
I believe it's Round Rock.
I think you might be right. The more
Because I remember seeing George Springer play for the Express a few years ago when he was on a rehab assignment.
let's see, AL.
Unless they switched.
No, they are. It's Sugarland.
Sugarland
It's
Skeeters.
The Space Cowboys now. Yeah.
Space Cowboys.
It's so they did. I thought so. They switched. Yeah, Texas.
Okay.
Texas is Round Rock now.
All right.
And Frisco again.
And the
But
Padres,
Round Rock used to be the Astros.
Padres have us here, and their AAA team's El Paso, the Chihuahuas. So it's okay to root for El Paso too. All right, that's cool. I'm excited. I'm going to get into minor. As you can tell, we're no minor league experts. That's a drop.
I mean,
but
outside
because of this news today, I'm all in on the Missions now.
outside of each MLB team's top 30 prospects, I mean, I'm a minor league guy in that sense, but I can't tell you all the affiliates. I haven't been playing as much MLB The Show lately with the Rangers sucking ass year after year.
All right, R&R Auto Glass is the official auto glass repair company of this show. R&R is right there by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. Let's say you're going southbound on 281. You exit Tacoma, you take it right. The little porn shops there on the corner on the left, and they're just about a quarter mile down on the left-hand side as the road winds on Tacoma. It is R&R Auto Glass. They're super fast. They have a huge warehouse, tons of inventory, And when you mention me, they will give you a special. Get the Taylor hookup. When you mention me, they'll take all insurances, as I mentioned, and they're easy to get to by the airport, so it doesn't matter what side of the city you live on. RNR is easily found. Janet and those guys do an amazing job. They love Thunderdome. They're UTSA season ticket holders, and they want to take care of your business, and they want to take care of your glass. No fucking around 2-3 days, having a carpool, borrow cars and stuff. Those cars go in, and they go out, and they look great when they get done. It's RNR Auto Glass. All right. You see this story? I was going to bring this up today, and I forgot because we got this mission story came down, and I got off track. The story of the dude that got incinerated.
Oh,
holy
yeah.
shit.
The,
you see this, LG?
The Caterpillar employee.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And the dude had only been on the job 9 days.
Right. Shouldn't
They
laugh.
got their
That
new
is-
board op incinerated.
Pretty much.
Like
So
incinerated.
where was it? It
Not
was somewhere
burned,
in
evaporated.
What was it? Ohio, Midwest, somewhere, right? Maybe
I think
Kentucky,
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm getting this from WKRC television in Ohio. A man was killed when he fell into a vat of molten iron at his job site.
Ouch. They only fined them $145K for that too.
Oh, because that's the OSHA level fine that they get for that.
Exactly. I think they should get a little bit more than that.
Surely that guy died pretty instantly, right?
Incinerated.
I mean,
Melted. He gone.
Still, not
He's
a great,
gone
not a great
quick.
way to go.
They don't have to have a closed or an open casket because he just gone.
Well,
that's a cheap funeral.
and it's molten. It was molten iron.
Yeah.
You know what
Like
happens
the last
if you?
scene of Terminator where he sticks the thumbs up as he goes into the.
But see,
goes into
that's
the lava.
wrong though. That's the thing because if you put, well, I guess in his sense he was a cyborg or whatever, so it's not human. But if you were to just pour a bunch of water into molten iron, that would be a massive explode. Like that would pop. That would explode. That would be.
Well, maybe the kid screwed up and it's not the company's fault.
No, but I'm thinking, I mean, with as much of your body that's water, basically.
Oh, you're thinking of the result of
correct.
said
I'm thinking about
incineration.
what that looked like for the others that witnessed it, because I'm thinking it might have been like a bomb detonating all the
Damn.
water in his body mixing with the molten iron.
According to this report, says the worker was reportedly moving a sample of iron from a furnace when he fell into a melting pot of molten iron that was heated to more than 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The 39-year-old was, quote, immediately incinerated.
Yeah, that makes me. It was a. I bet you got some form of a explosion when the water inside his body mixed with the molten iron. God.
Oh, ask Walter White to tell us how it went. Now, how would that look? OSHA sent investigators into Mapleton, Illinois.
Illinois,
Ohio, they're all the fucking
interchangeable.
same. Investigators found that the facility was lacking legally required guardrails. Oh, boy.
Oh, you know how many?
Boy.
So that was his 9th day. How many days on the job before you would say, you know what, we really should probably have some guardrails? I think that would be day 1 for me.
Not only that, it also was lacking restraint systems to protect workers from falling into it. You're supposed to have guardrails and then some sort of a restraint system. Like you start falling, I guess maybe they got something
it's like
attached to them.
It's like a construction worker on a skyscraper not wearing a harness and just falling to his death.
Jesus. And LG's right. OSHA cited and fined Caterpillar $145,000. This is not Holt Cat, it's Cat. It's Caterpillar, not the Holts. OSHA Area Director Christine Zortman says, quote, Caterpillar's failure to meet its legal responsibilities to ensure the safety and health of workers leaves this worker's family, friends, and coworkers to grieve needlessly. We implore employers to review the agency's specific regulations to protect workers from falls into equipment in industrial settings. Yeah, I'm going to say this company is going to go ahead and close down pretty soon. They fucked up royally.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we don't get more stories like this because I've always thought about that, like the assembly line worker. Like I could like the amount of heavy machinery,
They
industrial
covered up
work.
and say he just went missing.
Right, that's what
He
I
left
mean,
work. Ain't seen him
We
since.
ain't seen him in 2 weeks.
He
I don't
clocked
know.
out
He
at
didn't even pick up his last paycheck. I don't know what to tell
He
you.
said something about leaving his family, and he's just going to end it all. He's going to drive up to Lake Erie and get rid of him. We didn't think. We thought he's kidding.
Said something about him walking inside his house and seeing his wife getting tag teamed by a couple dudes, and said, "You know what? I've had enough. All I can take. I'm heading to Canada."
That's it. I'm out of here, motherfucker. That's it. Golly. All right, we have a guest on tonight. I wanted to give him some love because this is a longtime supporter of our show. He's been supporting this thing since last spring, and this will be might turn into a 10-minute live spot here with George Martinez from JM Pool and Spa.
Good dude.
George is I never even have to ask him. He just sends me every month. He sends me the renewal. If you are in the market to buy a pool or a spa or both, or you already have one or the other or both, and you need somebody to keep it up for you, man, my boys at JM Pool and Spa, the swimming pool spa specialists, they will come out and make sure they take care of it. They can renovate your pool. They do automation, and they got great ideas on how to keep your thing nice and clean and well taken care of. It's JM Pool and Spa. Is he on with us, LT? Let's pull him in here. Let's see. That's just George. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that. What's up, homie? How you doing, man?
Doing fine, Mike. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. And
Damn, listen to that clean connection.
Yeah, I know.
Solid.
Can we do our shows at your studio next week?
You bet your ass you can. You bet your ass, Mike. Look, I am so excited to be on this show. I'm just a scrub. I'm just a scrub, bro. I just do my thing. I support the show because I love the show, but to be on this show, bro, is something else, man. I know there's some clones out there listening, and you guys need to get your ass in here. Get your ass in here and listen to this show. I've been saying it since day one. But thank you for allowing me to be on your show, Mike. I really appreciate you.
Of course,
brother.
man.
You too, Sam. You too, Sam.
Shout out to the clones.
So George does a show on Stucknut Radio. All right. Let's just start right there, Holmes. I've heard of Stucknut Radio. So what you mentioned the clones. I know that you're a major player with Jim Rome every year for Smack Off and shit. So what is Stucknut Radio? Is who started it? How'd you get involved with it? Tell me what it is, because I might quit iHeart at any minute if y'all have enough money.
Okay.
Well, let the man answer.
We Steve in H-Town is a good friend of mine. He started Stucknut Radio, and we've been kind of affiliated with Rome, not affiliated in an official way, Mike. Don't get me wrong.
Right? Yeah.
But we've been doing this post Smack Off show for like 16 years now, and for the first 8-9 years, we were the redheaded stepchild, man. I mean, we were like just grasping for him to say anything about Stucknut. But I mean, after a while, he figured out that we weren't out there to make a buck. We weren't out there to do anything. We were out there to just pimp his show, and because we love the show, like I love this show and your radio show. And we were just doing our thing. And then, last 3, 4, 5 years, Rome's actually going to us now, and
it's crazy. I heard you on with him. It was cool.
Oh yeah. I've been on his show sometimes, and he knows who I am. And I mean, it just, once again, it's like being on this show, man. It's a huge honor to be on that one. But, Stucknut Radio, we started that bad boy on a server coming out of like Iran or so. We're India. It was India. And we would pay $7.99 a month to host 100 people. All right. We get 100 people online. For us, we all wanted to be Rome, Mike. That's what I want to do. I had my show on there. And then we've maintained that radio network for a long time. And I'm super proud to be one of the founders of Stucknut Radio, man. And
I didn't know that either. I didn't know you were a founder.
I'm one of the ones that helped start the whole. We used to have to get on like a shoutcast through Winamp, through Audacity.
Yeah.
And you'd have to MP3. Like what I did was I would play rock music, just because I like rock. And people would call me during the songs, Mike, and I'd have to switch it to an MP3, and then I'd go live like, hey, you're on the show, blah, 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 whoever it is. Like Stephen H-Town, what you got? Like I'm being Rome, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
sure.
Dude, we people got it, man. People started to hang on to it. And then one day I pitched to Steve. I just said, hey, bro, after the smack off, things are kind of dead. Like, Mike, when you get to go into a good party and all of a sudden they close the doors on you, man, you need a place to go, bro.
Sure.
And so I said, why don't we be the ones to go? And the first time we did that show, I was in my garage in Universal City, and it was Good Friday, and we were doing that show. And Steve is a genius. Steve is someone that I attached myself to a long time ago. Not only he's a great friend of mine and my family's, but the dude's a genius. And I said, Steve, if you get me on the air, bro, I can take it from there. That's literally the quote I told him. Mm-hmm. And somehow he got us. We stretched our 100, of course, but somehow he got us on some other way. And bam, we were out to the masses. And I mean, one of the last times we did the show, Mike, I looked down and, you can see how many people are watching your show and stuff. And, we were in the thousands, bro, like a lot. And they were telling me, don't look at them. Just do your thing. But, that brings me to something that once again, hey, I'm sporting your Mike Taylor barbecue poster back there. Mine's signed.
Appreciate that.
Mine's signed by the DJ, by Sam, and of course Mike. So I've got signatures on mine. You fools out there buy these damn posters and get them signed. These guys are cool as shit. Get them signed, guys. I mean, come on. It's a great cause. I'm happy that my pool association is behind that cause, and that's neither here nor there for now. But I'm just saying, get your poster, Mike and Sam and the DJ, get them to sign it, man. And we're all going to just have these things back. We never know what's going to happen. But Mike, we have, you and I, just been discussing. Thank you, you and Sam went out and fixed my pool with the black algae. It's fixed. I got another.
We have literally worked for George's company one day.
You guys killed it, Sam.
Okay.
Sam with his long ass arms, man.
Hey,
I could use you, bro.
I'm built for that industry. I think that's my manual labor calling, if there ever was one. Like, just being in a pool all day, and I don't have to get my hair wet. I got long enough arms I can reach down to the bottom of the pool.
It was literally
crouch and get wet.
Yeah, Mike, y'all kicked that. It was literally like we had just scored the contract, and it's a decent size. It's a good contract, Mike. I mean,
yeah,
Sam,
I know. And you risked it by having us out there on
day
one.
Yeah, so I had the bullshit. I guarantee the Rock and J Homeowner Association ain't watching this damn show. And if they are, hey, props to you guys. I'm glad you're here.
We did the job.
Hey, the pools never looked better, I'm sure.
Here we go. And by the way, and you Rock and Jay, you're welcome for the free pub. So
there you go, bro. Go play some golf up there. But check this out, dude. We were doing that. We had maybe 15-20% coverage of an 80,000 gallon pool covered with black algae, and I can let you know that if we got 1% in there, that I haven't seen it. So because of y'all's hard work, and that's Mike right there pushing the power back, which is one of the things that we use on our company. But I really don't want to get into the company, but I want to get more into the fact that hey, clones out there, listen, I see the numbers going up. I know you're in here. Come on. Mike Taylor has agreed to come on Stucknut Radio.
Whenever, anytime.
And Sam and whoever wants to come in. But Mike, I think that there's kind of a parity between Thunderdome and clones. Like what you do and what Rome do, the way you capture your audience and the way you not only capture your audience, but you allow someone like me that really shouldn't be on this type of show. I mean, this show is too big for someone like me. I'd rather be in my little Stucknut radio audience, where I could just do my thing and cuss and have a good time. But, but you guys, I think, like I said, I think that Thunderdome and the clones are both loyal to the host in a huge way. And so I would like to see a lot more Thunderdome and a lot more clones kind of engaging in between the shows, so we can start not necessarily, like I said, I've never been the type of guy that's been wanting to monetize anything that I do. And I understand we need to make a living, but, I think that we could promote kind of promote this to where I know the clones would love you, Mike. Sam.
Hey, dude, when I got my ass in the air. I'm ready to be, I'll go on any show right now.
Sam, and when I say Mike and DJ, I'm not trying to, it's obviously it's Mike Taylor show, but Sam,
it's Mike. It's Mike. You're fine. We all understand.
We know who starts a quarterback.
Pimping ain't easy, bro. But you know what? Sam's got to pitch you the ball, bro. He's the center, man. You get to tag along his balls and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of this
Yes,
deal.
I
And so
do tag along on his balls, George.
And
yes.
shit.
I don't have.
Don't
I
forget
do
the
not
and
have.
shit.
I'm sorry. I say what I've got to say. My wife's cracking
I
up right now.
appreciate it, homie. Thank you.
But
man.
I just feel like if we get you on our show and like on your radio show and this show, I'm sure we have a decent audience coming to our show, but we get a lot of restreams. I mean, people go back to work the next day and they're in their little cubby hole and they need something. That's how you're gonna get your, like y'all do. Y'all got 3 million downloads on iHeart. Listen to that, clones. This dude's got 3 million downloads on iHeart. Why the hell ain't you listening? I'm trying to
3.4.
figure this out.
Oh, wait,
now it's 4.
4 now. Okay.
Management is letting me know in my ear right now that we're up
I
to
got you.
3.4.
So you're up there, but basically, Mike, I truly believe, and Steve, Steve was Stucknut. Steve is a character, Mike. He all he does is try to. Can I say fuck?
No,
I don't want to. No, okay,
Fuck yeah.
I can't. Okay,
Sure.
all he
Let's
tries to do
all
is
say
fuck.
fuck. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Fuck. Okay.
All he tries to do is screw up our show. I mean, but he's a smart ass, but he's so he knows you as the mayor of sports, Mike. He listens to your show. He knows you. All right. And when I approached him with this thing, and he was like, "We're 100% in." Our EP comes out of Canada. His name is Headstrom Bacon.
Yeah.
And he produces our show out of Canada. We run through a Zoom, and so we have us three kind of are part of this Stucknut thing. And when I pitched it to them, they were like, "Man, when can we do that?" So it's now turned into trying to find the time. But I just, as far as you were mentioning that we were the first. We jumped on board early with this particular show. I do it. We do it. Because we like the show. All right. No one's forcing me. No one's telling me. And I told Mike, I said, look, there's a certain monetary figure that's involved in this transaction. I'm going to send you that money. And I'm not needing whatever you do as far as pimping my company. That's cool with me. I don't need to be forced and foremost. I mean, R&R, how can R&R Auto Glass? Come on, man. The fact that JM Pool and Spa is being talked about with R&R Hourglass and Texas Cheer, dude.
Who's this humble guy? Who's this dude? I've drank beer with you.
I'm drinking a beer right now, man. That's just how we roll, bro. But
Understand. Thank you, homie.
the only thing I know this time is precious in here, but I just want to say that the reason we do what we do is because we want to support you and Puma and DJ, but. We do it because we like what y'all are doing and we believe in what you do. And I thank you for allowing me to come on it and bullshit on your show. But the clones are out there. You see the numbers. The clones came in. They came in. They knew I was coming on at 9. They're coming in and they're going to listen to this shit. And I'm telling you, I'm going to have this guy. We're going to have him. And Sam too, hopefully on our show. And I'm working on questions. I got so much shit I want to talk to you about, Mike. I want to know.
And I'll give you all of it.
I want to know how you
This
started.
would be the best. This is a great time to have me on.
It sure is. It sure
Anytime
is.
you want.
Hey, dude, I want to know how you started. I want to know how you got where you're at now, because, man, I've always dreamed of having just a little radio show, but someone like me can't do stuff like that. I haven't paved the way like you have. So I'm lined up, bro. So I want to get you. I want to get your message out.
Sure.
And I just want to say thank
man.
you to Sam. We're huge fans. And look, I just bought you some beers or coffees right now. Whoever that new supporter is, thank, bro.
Thank you. Thunderdome.
I don't know
just
who that
bought
is,
5 coffees.
But you know what?
The Thunder
that's
Clones.
you, huh?
Thunder Clone.
There you go. I'm
Thunder Clones.
telling you, Mike. I may be a scrub, but this old boy can talk. That's how I built my business, talking. I don't give a crap. I talk.
understand.
And
Damn sure wasn't our looks.
goddamn right. Thank God my wife looks like what she does, because my kids would have been. Oh my
Speak
God,
for yourself.
they would still be single. I mean, I wouldn't have any grandkids.
Your kids
But,
don't exist.
Dude, but once again, Mike, I know the time's precious and I gotta get out of here.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah.
homie. Thank you, dude.
dude, I thank you so much. We're gonna watch the rest of the show,
All
and
right, man.
much love to you, my brother.
Thank
much
you,
love.
homie.
You and
Dude,
Sam
thank
and
you for
DJ,
your
much
help.
love.
Yeah.
Much-
Hit me up tomorrow. We can talk about when to come on soon. Let's do it.
I've got
for
some
sure.
dates lined up. I'll talk to you,
All right,
brother.
George.
Much love.
Okay.
I'm out, bro.
All right.
Late.
There's
Thank
George
you. Bye.
Martinez. Thank you, homie. George in San Antonio area. Oh, that was sweet, man. I thought I'd. Oh, come on.
Yeah, this giant.
George doesn't. He needs to listen to more talk radio or something.
Yeah, I think he listens to. I think he listens to possibly more than any American citizen. Like it's and
Probably so.
I love that. Like that is like hearing George's passion for doing that as a hobby like that. That reminds me of why I fell in love with it in the first place. Like that is.
I'm in it for the money.
I'm not. And the money's fine. I'm not in anything for the money because you know what? You can't take, no matter what
I'm
you
kidding.
make, you can't take it with you. And so like to be reminded, to be reminded of the, ever burning flame of passion that is connected to just bullshitting and talking sports and getting some pay for it. Like it's that was a great reminder from.
I didn't
George.
know that Stucknut had been around that long.
Me neither.
Golly.
Yeah, I didn't know he was the co-founder.
No clue.
Yeah.
So he's to be commended. You're right. It is motivating.
It is.
It is. When you get to do it on the level that we do it on iHeart, thank you, Holmes. Smash that like button. Get a subscription. It's free. Donate some stuff. Just Handy just bought us 3 coffees. Thank you, Just Handy. On our level, sometimes you get a little jaded, maybe. Maybe you get upset about stuff that is not that big a deal.
Maybe.
And maybe it infiltrates your thinking and your perspective some.
Maybe.
Possibly. I always say on the radio show every day, I open up in the open by saying that I'm a radio mercenary. And I mean that. I'm loyal to who pays the check. I'm loyal to who wants to work with me. And I've never considered myself to be elite or nothing. I just got lucky and it worked out on Ticket 760 in San Antonio. And whether I'm on there for another 10 years or whatever, that's great. If not, that's great too. But that was cool to have him on, and that was a reminder that this is fun to do. So, and God knows I can't do much else.
It was more necessary than even George realized. So,
maybe, yeah. At least
yeah.
it'll last a couple of days, and I'll get mad again.
It'll last at least for a couple hours until I get home and.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a great way to end the show, man. Thank you, man. All right, let's read some of the. We have anything from people that donated cash?
Oh, we've had an active sack.
If you
tonight.
donate cash to Taylor's sack, you get your shit read guaranteed first. Let's jump into the sack. Oh, look at that. Let's jump into the sack.
Wait, is that
Lupe F
that
has become a
homeboy
member.
from the Righteous Gemstones that just popped up?
Yeah, that's Keith.
One of the
Nice.
greatest television characters of the last decade. Keith from Righteous Gemstones.
Lupe F, welcome to Tier 1. Orale, you became a member. Shit. Thank you, dude. That's really great. I appreciate that, Lupe. All right, how do I go back and forth? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let me go back to the top. Will Baker, $5. We need to open a Thunderdome bar and grill across the street from the new stadium. That would be very cool. What if I opened up a bar in this city and did our shows all from the bar? Wouldn't that be cool?
It'd be something that would stand out. It would be something that'd be unique. It would be something that would require a hell of a lot of self-discipline from the participants of said show to not enjoy the.
Would you become a fall down drunk?
benefits. I mean,
you'd be
no,
fine.
I would. It wouldn't be fall down. I mean, it'd probably
All
just
right.
be a deeper level of appreciation for alcohol, but not fall down drunk.
Okay.
No, I think that. I mean, we've joked about it in the past, but it'd be fun. It's not a bad idea.
It would be, and we'd have a regular bar and stuff, but I think I would also have like fun drinks that were have the Thunderdome drink.
Oh, we'd have to.
The Taylor trash.
Yeah.
The shit like that, We'd have themed
Taylor trash.
themed dishes.
Taylor Trash Cocktail would basically just be like Kool-Aid and Everclear.
Yeah,
like we
something
used to make
stupid.
the white trash punch in college. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We could just do shtick with it, you know. Have the radio,
lot of
have
potential.
the mercenary, whatever you want to, yeah, whatever. Chop Shop Sun Bears in here. Figured you would be drinking something light tonight. Maybe that doesn't go well with ice cream sandwiches and white cheddar popcorn. So I've gained weight, I've noticed this week that I put on 7 pounds since I moved back home for good 5 weeks ago. Yeah, and here I am drinking a beer, just one beer.
Yeah, no,
And he's right. I had, as I was like, why am I so bloated? And my girlfriend the other night, she's like, let's see, you had Las Palapas for dinner, then you had an ice cream sandwich when you got home, and then you had a bag of white cheddar popcorn and 2 glasses of red wine.
yeah, that adds up quick.
Yeah, dude.
Not to mention
trouble in paradise in there doing that.
you're stopped at dude. Like that tells me the struggle is real.
It is real. Sam Tobias, the proposed sites for Fox Tech High School currently resides. I think that's the clubhouse leader
Sounds like it.
because that's where they've got space, and it's literally right in downtown, which is so cool, right on the side of the freeway. Michael Martin, if Weston's involved, the stadium won't be ugly or without the capability to be upgraded. Absolutely, yeah. Graham Weston don't make junk, ever. Everything he does is effing gold. Here we go. Reports are saying that the proposed stadium will be close to the other top-tier minor league stadiums, not major league stadiums.
Oh,
Well,
sure.
that don't mean you can't add on later. We're getting so ahead of ourselves on Major League
No,
Baseball.
I mean,
Let's just
that's
get
not-
this damn thing going.
Yeah, no, I mean that's just the knee jerk of if we're going to spend the money to build an awesome downtown stadium, let's just leave some potential to always expand
Well,
that.
what's
if
the stadium cost?
Well, again, I mean,
Couple million? 2, 3?
oh,
We're not
no,
building
way
Jerry
more.
World
No,
here.
it's still more than
10? Well, again,
I
we're,
mean,
not
here, let me-
building, we're not building Jerry World.
No,
What
but-
did it cost them to? I had 2 million. Stupid. I have been drinking.
yeah.
What did it cost to build Whataburger
That's
Park?
exactly what I'm looking up. Whataburger.
And somehow the taxpayer of Corpus Christi probably pitched in for that, and I don't hear anybody complaining about that stadium. It's awesome and it's always packed.
27.7 million.
27. Okay, that's a lot. If
Closer to
all right,
28.
and if little old Corpus Christi can do that, there ain't no reason we can't do that. At least to start with. Just saying. All right.
God, you want to hear how bad inflation has gotten over the last 15 years?
Oh God, go ahead.
Broke ground in 2004 at a cost of 27.7 million. That would have been the equivalent of 38.4 million in 2021 dollars.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Carl Schoenig's in here.
But wages still stagnate.
Should be easy enough to make something along the lines of the College World Series Stadium in Omaha. What is that seat, Omaha?
It's a little
15?
bigger, yeah.
15?
Yeah,
17?
because But I mean, again, that's also
I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if we can fill that thing
yeah.
enough,
I don't think they're going to shoot for that big. I think it's probably still closer to that 7,500 to 9,000
Yeah.
tops. Because we looked up Dell Diamond too, and it was at like 8,800, 8,500 or something.
Yeah, all right, cool. All right, we need to get to bed because we're going to the press conference tomorrow, and you got it. You're picking me up. Don't forget.
Yeah, I'm picking you up early. Well, at least I got woken up at 7:15 this morning, so I'm already on early morning time.
Check it out. LG's Thunderdome bought us 5 coffees and just subscribed to Stucknut. Very cool.
Hell
Look at
yeah.
that, George. You got a new
Thunder
subscriber.
clones.
Hell, we have 1 subscriber tonight. They got 1 too. That's good. Just Handy bought you 3 coffees. Love the show, Mike listeners, since Tiago was the future. I remember when Tiago was the future. In Quitaro, Mexico, bought us 5 coffees. Here you go, cabrones. Thank you, Quitaro, Mexico. Viva Mexico. Who's Mexico playing in the opening round, Puma? Go.
Well, they lost to Sweden in a friendly today. I think I can't remember who their first game is.
Didn't they
off
get
the
into
top
the
of my
group of
head.
death on accident?
Well, it's
That's
not
bullshit.
it's not an easy
Trying to keep us
group,
back.
but
Trying to keep us back.
let's see.
O.J.
Yeah,
Simpson bought us a coffee. What is O.J.
I'm
Simpson?
just saying.
Okay, this came in last week. What is O.J. Simpson's computer password? // // escape.
I mean, I I just want OJ to answer what was harder to do: rush for 2,000 yards in a season or slit 2 necks in one night.
Certainly slit in the necks because he tried to cut her head off, but it got caught on the spinal cord, so he let it go, and it was just dangling.
You
like
remember,
when
the what was that? What was that? Oh my God, what was her name? The Sports Babe. That was where when she had OJ on and he was promoting his "If I Did It" book.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
she had the low principles to actually bring him on because
her career went into the shitter immediately.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that's when you got, hey, you remember that time you played for the Bills? Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, did you kill Bill Walsh? That's where we got all kinds of audio greatness from that one interview.
I'd still vote for OJ for state senator over Herschel Walker. I would. I mean that. He's way smarter. Just saying. He's a murderer, yeah, but
Shout out to Lupe's boy Jacob as well, our newest member, Lupe.
What's up, Lupe? My boy's playing Puma's vomited pastime gaming. Please shout him out, Jacob. Vomited or favorite? He's doing favorite pastime.
I'm going to go with vomited.
A dude wants to your DM because he wants to buy you a coffee of your choice in the morning. What does that mean? Yeah, favorite, not vomited.
I'm going with vomiting.
Okay.
Vomited.
Some dude wants your DM, wants to buy you.
Slide in.
Meet me for coffee.
It's there.
I'll buy you
How
coffee.
big a boy are
Come
you?
hang out with me. Ha, 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 ha. I'll buy you coffee. All right, God almighty, that's it. We're done. All right, love you all hard. Thank you to George from JM Pool and Spa and Stucknut Radio. Dude, call me tomorrow. I'd love to come on Stucknut. So I'll be in the Hellscape next Wednesday. Are we going to take a week off and just say, hey, to hell with it and come back in 2 weeks?
I think we need to have a production meeting.
All right, we'll have a production meeting and put it on our socials. Love you hard. Thank you, everybody that watched it. Tell your homies about us. We're still just a fledgling little YouTube show when it comes to this.
Boy, are we ever. The Sports Babe said David Robinson would never win a title.
Gives a shit.
I do, because I didn't know that.
Lots of people said that. They thought he was too soft, blah, blah, blah. Tim saved him, blah, blah, blah. 2 rings for him, bitches. All right, that's it. We're done.
And a minor league baseball club.
We'll let you know when we're on next. For sure. What about Sunday? Sunday, you doing it?
Oh, Sunday
I'll
we're
be
doing
on an airplane.
Cowboys.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're
With or
doing
without
Cowboys
you.
Sunday.
I'll call you from the airport when I land in the Hellscape Sunday. And y'all can tell me what happened, and I can give an opinion based on what you tell me.
Perfect.
All right. I love y'all hard. We'll see you. Here's Fat Taylor. See you soon. Love you. Peace out.
Come back, you puppy!
Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor.